So here I am when I first started working out. For me, I wouldn't say I was not gaining muscles. I was actually gaining muscles. But the truth was, I was putting in almost times three of the effort that was required just to get a bare minimum. Yes, working out requires a lot of effort and consistency, but things would have just gotten a little bit easier. However, in this video, I will be sharing with you things I wish I knew before I started working out. This topic has been overhyped in the internet. Yeah, most people still say the truth, but many a times it's not real experience, it's what they feel was supposed to be true. However, I'll be sharing with you exactly what I wish I knew. So let's jump right into it, guys. Number one, train all muscles from start. There are actually several muscles in the body, and the truth is, when we start, due to fear or due to most muscles are difficult than training the rest, we skip a lot of muscles. The truth is, when you're starting off, you don't want to really skip any muscles while you're training. Even when you are getting to the advanced stages, you have to make sure you're training all the muscles. When I first started, I usually skip my leg days, and this at some point made me look a little bit shapeless. And one thing I realized about muscle building is the more consistent you are, the more that muscle keep adding some more muscles. In as much as you're progressing your weight, in as much as you're consistent, it will keep adding more than the ones you're not consistent at. So I got to a point in my physique where I was now more like bigger upper body and small legs, due to the fact that I'm usually skipping my leg days, and this was very visible in my physique. Now it made me suffer more. I had to work my legs more often in the week so that it can grow up to the point of matching with the remaining muscles. So you would not want to skip any muscles while building. If you want to have a good physique, if you want to look clean and aesthetic, make sure you're working all your muscles all the time, more especially to avoid what is called muscle imbalance. Number two, you can't build muscles when you are broke. Yes, most people will say, what does money have to do with building muscles? Let me tell you something. Your body is not biologically wired to build muscles. Your body don't know what it means to build muscle. It's just like it's not programmed to do it. So you building muscle is going out of your body biological programming. So you have to maintain your muscles with proper food nutrients. As a matter of fact, before you can even grow your muscles, you have to make sure you're supplying them with enough food nutrients. Now, for you to supply your body with enough food nutrients, you know what that means. You have to make sure that your daily food goals are being reached. Your proteinous food intake, your carbs, your dietary fat, all these things are necessary. Your supplementation, and all these things is not cheap. When you calculate them on a daily basis, you have to spend a lot of money. And one thing I did those days was I didn't care about all those things. I just had to save up money to make sure that I pay for my monthly gym subscriptions without giving a damn what I ate, without making sure that I reach all my food nutrients goal every single day. And this had a tremendous downgrade on my muscle growth. I didn't max out my muscle properly. Every single day it was as if I'm pouring water into a very large ocean. My muscles were not growing as much as the work I put into them. As a result of, I was unable to make sure that I meet my food nutrient needs on a daily basis. It wasn't really as if I never knew I needed them, but I was just naive. I was just careless about that fact. And the major reason why it was is because it was expensive. In fact, at some point, I went to the gym hungry. And also, after working out, I went back home and slept without eating nothing. And that was solely because I don't have enough money to provide all these things I needed for muscle growth. So Being broke will have great effect on you building a lot of muscle. So if you're trying to build muscles, if you're trying to start, make sure you have your money up at least above average so that you can be able to afford your daily nutrients in order for you to grow a lot of muscles. Number three, anything food goes. This was a mindset I had when I started building muscles. Now I started eating a lot of things, including simple carbs. Guys, if you want to be lean, if you want to be aesthetic, there are some specific carbohydrates you should avoid. These are the ones they call simple carbs. Most people call it bad carbs. These simple carbs are carbohydrates you get from food like sweets, you get from things like syrup, honey, and other processed food. And what this food does is only increase your body fat percentage and also is unhealthy to the body. So what I did was I started consuming so many things that took my muscle growth to the negative gradient. I was growing more fat instead of the real muscles. So if you're trying to build muscles, if you're starting up, even if you're advanced, you have to focus on nutrient dense food that will allow you stay healthy while you're building a lot of physique. Yeah, most people want to bulk, but even while you're bulking, make sure you're bulking in a clean way. You don't want to put your health at risk. Number four, rest is important. Somebody like me that is always hustling, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I barely have up to 6 hours of rest. You have to prioritize your sleep. That is your utmost recovery. Everybody must have up to 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. Why this is because you're working on your muscles on Monday. You're working on something, the same body on Tuesday. Let's say you're doing your arms on Monday. On Tuesday, you're doing your legs. On Wednesday, you're doing your shoulders. On Thursday, your back. On Friday, your chest. Every single day, you're working on your body. These are several muscles, but this is one body, one soul, one mind. It needs to rest, and your utmost recovery is your sleep. As a matter of fact, when you get up to 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you feel more energetic, you feel more driven to accomplish more things, and you see your muscles even grow more. To me, the muscles do not grow when you work them in the gym. It's when you rest them, when you supplement them with enough food nutrients. These are the time when the muscle recover, when the muscle grow. So it's not all about what you do in the gym. What you also do outside the gym counts even more. Number five, protein is key, but not just what's needed. I will still come to the fact where you need other food nutrients. However, you still need to maintain high levels of protein intake, minimum of 1 pound of protein per body weight. This is because, as I said earlier, your body is not biologically wired to grow muscle. It doesn't know what it means to grow muscle. So if you maintain a high proteinous food intake, you will maintain your muscles and also grow them. However, if you don't maintain a high proteinous food intake, your body will dissolve the mass it has already because it doesn't know what it means to grow muscles. It will dissolve them and make sure there is a healthy provision of protein in the body. But as I said, it's not just what is needed. You also need healthy intake of carbohydrates. This helps your muscle to feel fuller, and also it gives you energy throughout your workout section in the gym. So don't just eat only protein and avoid carbs. You still need carbohydrates. You still need healthy intake of fat. Fat helps our body in so many things like insulating the body, maintaining the skin. It improves blood clotting. There are a lot of benefits of healthy intake of fat and so many other nutrients. Just make sure that you have your protein up here, then make sure other food nutrients are also taken at the right proportion. But you have to make sure there is enough protein in the body. And lastly, number 6, cardio will make it hard for you to gain. Let me tell you how I discovered this. I used to go to a gym that was closer to where I lived, okay? So that gym took me about 30 minutes walk if I walk faster. So I was like, since I can walk to the gym, why do I have to use a vehicle? So I walk to the gym, that's like 30 minutes. After exercising, I still walk back to my residence, that's like 1 hour walk every single day. Now, I used that gym for some time. I don't know, something came up. I have to change my gym. Now, the second gym I was now using was like 50 minutes walk, and I can't do that. It was so far and it got me exhausted before I even got to the gym. I had to use public transportation. So when I started transporting myself, within 3 weeks of that, I saw massive gain. I was like, there was no change in my routine, there was no extra stuff I started doing. What actually happened? So after several pondering, I got to find out that it was me trekking to the gym every single day that made it hard for me to gain. Listen guys, if you're doing cardio repeatedly in the gym, cardio is good. Cardio is good. I don't dispute the fact that you need cardio. But as someone who wants to build a lot of muscles, you don't need high intensity cardio. You just need moderately intensity cardios, and not all the time. You can do your cardio maximum of 2 times in a week. 2 times steady state cardio for about 25-30 minutes. That's enough for someone who wants to build muscles. You don't want to do high intensity cardios. High intensity cardios will make it hard for you to gain, and as a matter of fact, it might drain up the ones you had already. I wish someone told me this. So if you are looking to build a lot of muscles and you are still starting, eliminate so many cardio. Cardio is good for the heart, but do them mildly. Maximum of 2 times in a week, steady state. And this is it guys. These are the 6 things I wish I knew that would have skyrocketed my physique. If not because I am hardworking and I don't give up easily, I would have given up and maybe blamed my gene and so many stuff like that. Let me know the favorite part in the comment section. If you've not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share. I'll get back to you on the next one.